Hello everyone, so we are back again and today we have an all-in-one algebra problem. Why am I calling it so? You're gonna get to know real quick. Okay, so we are having this weird exponent, right? And because this is having x in its power, we're gonna apply log having base 2 on both sides. Let me write it again. Why am I writing it again? Because I don't want to disturb the question. Okay. So this whole thing equals pi. So I hope my audience already know till now that whatever we do on both sides. So we can't use the natural log here because we need to use with the base 2. Why base 2? Because this is having base 2, this would be having base 2, right? Okay. So log 2 here, log 2 here, right? Now next step would be this power would come ahead and log 2 base 2. If they are 2, they're gonna be cancelled out, everything cancelled out. So this thing would become 1 plus natural log minus 1 plus root x here and whole cube already having a log 2 pi. Till here I hope it makes sense. Now this is having whole cube, so I need to do 1 by 3 power, 1 by 3 power of this whole thing, right? So let me write this whole thing as 1 plus natural log minus 1 plus square root x, close, and this power whole thing has become 1. I don't know why I'm writing, but okay. So it's cube root log 2 pi. Till here I hope it's making sense. So moving on, what can I do now? Because this is nothing, right? So this one would go on that side, and let me write it as natural log minus 1 plus root x is equals to minus 1 plus cube root log base 2 pi here, right? Now what can I do? I'm gonna make it in power using the whole thing as power and e power this whole thing, right? Can I do that? Why am I doing that? Because this side I want to cancel this log, and with e only they can be cancelled. So my next step would become minus 1 plus square root x is equals to e power this whole thing. So I'm gonna write it as e power minus 1 plus cube root log base 2 with pi, right? This is just normal thing to do till here. So square root x, this would go on the other side, this minus 1. So it would become plus 1. Oops. Cube root log 2 pi. I hope till here it makes sense. Now very important thing, if square root x is a negative, like the whole thing is negative, x doesn't have any roots, like no real roots, no roots actually, right? So let's check if this whole answer is equals to positive or not. So this is 2 point something, right? And any power you take of e, it would give you positive plus 1. The whole thing is giving you positive. Hence, we can square both sides. So let's square both sides. The whole thing would be squared, and your final answer would become x is equals to 1 plus e power minus 1 plus cube root log base 2 with the pi whole square. I hope you understood this whole question, and do comment the answer, like whatever approximate value you are getting of it, and I'm gonna wait for your comment. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.